What story are we not talking about? Which story do you think is lingering out there? It's bubbling beneath the surface, going to be a big story, but we're all stuck in what's Aaron Rodgers thinking land. What are we missing right now, Kevin? Do you think?
I know this is going to sound completely insane, and I'm gonna regret saying it because it's never actually happened.
Well, now you have to say it.
I actually do think we're sleeping on the Dallas Cowboys. And that is something where we've never slept on the Dallas Cowboys ever. It's never happened. We've overrated the Dallas Cowboys, but I think when you saw the offense last year and what they could look like with Dak Prescott, and then you see that they hired Dan Quinn. And I don't think Dan Quinn is going to come out here and be 1985 Buddy Ryan here, but I think there's going to be a competence there. And they went out and they basically rearranged their entire draft in order to go defense only, retooled that defense. And I just really think in a division that could be weak, I really do think the Cowboys could be a real – I don't think they're an NFC contender exactly, but I really do think that they're on kind of the next level of the NFC teams where they're going to be making some noise in September and October. And I kind of think because of the disastrous year last year, because of the Dak Prescott injury, for some reason, for the first time maybe ever, and maybe this will change with Hard Knocks, we might not be talking enough about the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh. Wow. Are you kidding me?
Might not be talking enough about the Dallas Cowboys, but you don't think they're going to, I mean, that would make them NFC contenders, though, Kevin. I mean, I'm trying to square what you're saying because.
No, I mean, I agree with you. I mean, listen, I think that we're going to see a changing of the guard. The Saints are not going to be contenders like they have in the past.
Okay.
Obviously, the Niners and the Rams will be contenders. Obviously, the Packers with Aaron Rodgers will be contenders, but it's not so deep. And I think when you look at the AFC, Rich, you have a real problem, which is there's a lot of AFC teams who are really good, but I don't think they're as good as the Chiefs. And I really don't. And I think the Bills are on that second level. I think the Ravens are on that second level. And I think there's other teams that have a chance to be on that second level. The NFC, I think, is anybody's conference. So I do think that there's a case to be made that the Cowboys, if they are as good as I think they are, could be one of these Final Four teams and playing the NFC Championship game, and then it could be anybody's game. I really do think the NFC is just not as deep as the AFC and doesn't have the Chiefs, so it's a different game.
All right, I'm going to see those two takes, and I'm going to raise you with two crazy takes, okay? Or may not be so crazy. Why can't an NFC championship run be made out of the NFC East by the Washington football team and Ryan Fitzpatrick? Why can't that happen? How about that one?
Well,
why not?
I think that Dak Prescott. So first of all, I agree with parts of the football team take. I think their front seven is nasty.
It's terrific. It's terrific.
They built their team in a really smart way.
They have.
But if you're staking a take, if you're coming up with a take, let's pretend this is poker. Do you really want Ryan Fitzpatrick to be your quarterback for 3 or 4 huge games?
Yeah, because I'll suck out on the river about 10 times on the night. And then all I got to do is suck out on the river 5 straight hands in a row, and crazier things can happen, and I win the entire pot. I win the pot of the night. Like that's
It's funny because the football team and the Cowboys have opposite problems, which is that we know the football team's front seven and defense is going to be good. They just need a certain level from their offense. And the Cowboys have the exact same issue, which is that they have one side of the ball which is really good, the offense, and they just need mediocrity or a B-minus performance. A B-minus performance from the Cowboys defense would get them into the NFC Championship game hunt. And so I think that if you combine those teams, they win the Super Bowl. But that's not how this works. They're both incomplete teams that need a boost from the other side of the ball. And I think that I'd rather have I think the biggest question once you get to January is quarterback, and I'd rather have Dak Prescott than Ryan Fitzpatrick. But I see your take.
Yes.
I understand it.
Thank you.
I'd just rather have the Cowboys.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.